Hello students, welcome to Sri Vardhaman Vidyalaya online education. Today we will see the part 4 of chapter 2 acid, base and salt. So in this part we will study the importance of an pH in everyday life. So first, are the plants and animals pH sensitive? Our body works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. So the living organisms can survive only in the narrow range of pH change. When the pH of a rainwater is less than 5.6, it is called acid rain. When acid rains flows into the river, it lowers the pH of the river water. The survival of aquatic life in such a river becomes difficult. What is the pH of the soil in your backyard? The plants require a specific pH range for their healthy growth. To find out the pH required for the healthy growth of a plant, you can collect the soil from the various places and check the pH in the manner described below in the activity 2.12. Also, you can note down which plants are growing in the region from which you have collected the soil. Next point, the pH in our digestive system. It is very interesting to note that our stomach produces hydrochloric acid. It helps in the digestion of food without harming the stomach. During ingestion, the stomach produces too much acid and this causes pain and irritation. To get rid of this pain, the people use the base called antacid. One such a remedy must have been suggested by you at the beginning of this chapter. So this antacid neutralizes the excess acid. So magnesium hydroxide, the other name of is milk of magnesium, a mild base, is often used for this purpose. So this we are calling as an acidity. When you have eat over oily food, what happens? Your stomach have an acid in an acid form. So what happens? So you have a pain or irritation. So that will be cured by using a base called as an antacid. For example, that is a magnesium hydroxide that we are calling as a milk of magnesium. pH change as a cause of tooth decay. Tooth decay starts when the pH of the mouth is lower than 5.5. The tooth enamel made up of calcium phosphate is the hardest substance in the body. It does not dissolve in water, but it is corroded when the pH in the mouth is below 5.5. The bacteria present in the mouth produce acid by the degradation of sugar and the food particles remaining in the mouth after eating. So the best way to prevent this is to clean the mouth after eating food using the toothpaste, which is generally basic for cleaning the teeth, can neutralize the excess acid and prevent the tooth decay. Self-defense by the animals and plants through the chemical warfare. Have you ever been studied by a honeybee? The bee stings leaves and an acid which cause pain and irritations. So use of a mild base like baking soda on the sting area gives relief. The stinging hair of a nectar leaves injects the methanoic acid causing a burning pain. So this is the diagram of a nettle plant which will have a methanoic acid that will be injected in our body and cause a pain. So the bee sting will be also cause a pain and irritation. So we will use a baking soda or a salt to get a relief from that pain. Soil pH and a plant growth. The most of the plants grow best when the pH of the soil is close to 7, that is neutral. If the soil is too acidic or too basic, the plants grow badly or they do not grow at all. So the soil may be acidic or basic naturally. So the soil pH is also affected by the uses of chemical fertilizer in the field. The most often the soil in the field is too acidic. If the soil is too acidic, that is having a low pH, then it is treated with material like a quicklime, that is a calcium oxide, or say lime, that is a calcium hydroxide, or the chalk, that is calcium carbonate. If a soil is too alkaline, then it is an basicity is reduced by adding the decaying organic matter which is acidic. So these are the very important pH in our day-to-day life. Next, that is nature provide the neutralization option. This is nectal plant. So nectal plant is an hibiscus plants which grow in the wild. Its leaves have a stingy hair, that is, it will have some hair-like structure. It will be sting, which cause painful stings when it touch accidentally. This is due to the methanic acid secreted by them. An additional remedy is rubbing the area with the leaf of a dock plant, which often grow beside the nectal in the wild. Can you just guess the nature of the dock plant? So sometime you know what to look out for if you accidentally touch an nectal plant by tracking. Are you aware of any other effect traditional remedy for such a string? Now this is another source, that is an natural sources in which type of an acids will be present. Vinegar acid is an acetic acid, orange citric acid, termite tartaric acid, tomato oxalic acid, and in milk, that is an sour milk curd, lactic acid, lemon citric acid, ant string methanic acid, and a nectar string methanic acid. Next, acids and source. So these are the another one in which, that is a substance the acid will be present. Apple contain a malic acid. Lemon, you know, that is we have already studied citric acid. Grapes, it will be having an tartaric acid. Tomato, it will be having an oxalic acid. Vinegar, acetic acid. Curd, lactic acid. Orange, ascorbic acid. Tea, titanic acid. Stomach juice, hydrochloric acid, and formic acid. So these are the source in which type of an acids will be present. So it is very important. So the pH of an salt. So what is the pH of an salt? Now in this activity 2.14, collect the following salt sample like sodium chloride, potassium nitrate, aluminum chloride, zinc sulfate, copper sulfate, sodium acetate, sodium carbonate, and sodium hydrogen carbonate. And some other salts available can also be taken. Check the solubility in water. Use the distilled water only. So all this salt you have to check whether it is soluble in water or not. After checking the action of the solutions on a litmus paper, and you have to find out the pH value for this salt using a pH paper. So using that you can find out the salt are acid, acidic, basic, or neutral. Identify the acids or base used to form the salt. So report the observations in a given table. When you make a table along with this, what happens? First one is the salt. We have checked that it is soluble in the water or not. So this is a second step. Third, we have to find out the pH. So using the pH, we can find out it is acidic or basic or neutral, and we can use that how this salt will be formed. That is, you know, neutralization reactions. That is, an acid when reacts with a base, it will form a salt and water. So the salt is formed by using which acids and base. So first one is a sodium chloride. It is soluble in water and pH is 7, that is neutral. So the sodium chloride is formed using reactions between the acid, that is so hydrochloric acid, and base, that is sodium hydroxide. You know that is sodium chloride is nothing but it is a salt. So we are using that salt in a food. So the pH value must be in a neutral. So that is 7. Next is potassium nitrate. It is also soluble in the water. The pH is 7, neutral, and the salt is formed by the reactions between the nitric acid and potassium hydroxide. Next is an aluminum chloride, soluble in water, and it is less than 7, acidic, and it will be formed by the reactions between hydrochloric acid and aluminum hydroxide. Zinc sulfate, it is also soluble in water, less than 7. So it is acidic and it is formed by the reactions between sulfuric acids and zinc hydroxide. Copper sulfate soluble in water is less than 7, acidic, and it is formed by the reactions between sulfuric acid and copper hydroxide. Sodium acetate, it is also soluble, less than 7, acidic, and it is formed by the reactions between acetic acid and sodium hydroxide. Sodium carbonate soluble in water greater than 7. That is, it is basic. It is formed by the formic acid and sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydrogen carbonate soluble in water greater than 7, basic. It is also formed using an acetic acid react with an formic acids reacts with an sodium hydroxide. So these are the salt, how it is formed, and it is acidic or base, that you can find out. Now the chemical from the common salt. By now we have learned that the salt formed by the combinations of hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide solution is called as a sodium chloride. So we have seen that the sodium chloride is formed by using an acid, hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. So that is, we are calling this. So this is the salt that we used in the food. You must have observed in the above activity that it is a neutral salt. Why? Means yes, it is a neutral because the pH is a 7. So the sea water containing many salt dissolved in it. So sodium chloride is separated from this salt. So the depositions of a solid salt are found in the several parts of the world. So these large crystals are often brown due to the impurities. So this is called as a rock salt. Beds of a rock salt were formed when the seas of a bagon's age dry up. So the rock salt is mined like a coal. And you have must heard about the Mahatma Gandhi's Dandi March. Did you know that the sodium chloride was an important symbol in our struggle freedom? The salt of a strong acids and strong base are neutral with a pH value of a 7. On the other hand, the salt of a strong acid and weak base are an acidic with a pH value is less than 7. And those of a strong base and a weak acids are basic in nature, which is pH value is more than 7. That you can see here. This is a strong acids and strong base. When this will be reacts, it will form a neutral salt. And next one is a strong acids and weak base. So this is a strong acids and weak base. So that it's also form an acidic. So the pH value is less than 7. Next one is a strong acid and strong base. So here it is also in a what, that is in a basic. Strong base and a weak acid. So that will form a basic one. So the pH value is greater than 7. So that is given in this one. The salt of strong acid and strong base are neutral with a pH of 7, and strong acids and weak base are the pH value is less than 7, that is they are an acidic like this. This is an example of an acidic, that is an so sulfuric acids reacts with an copper hydroxide. So they will form an this is a sulfuric acid and a strong acid, where copper hydroxide is a weak base. So they will form an acidic form. Next in this one, strong base and weak acids, they form a basic in natures with pH value is more than 7. So now in this one, the NaOH is a strong base. So this reacts with an formic acid. So is a weak acid. So when strong base and weak acids reacts, it will form a basic salt. That is, it is having a greater than 7. Next, the common salt, a raw material for the chemical. The common salt thus obtained is an important raw material for the various material of your daily use such as sodium hydroxide, baking soda, washing soda, bleaching powder and many more. So let us see how one substance is used for making all these different substance. First one is a sodium hydroxide. When electric current is passes through an aqueous solution of sodium chloride, that we are calling as a brine. So brine is nothing but it is a sodium chloride. It decomposes to form a sodium hydroxide. So the process is called the chlorine alkaline process because of the product formed chloro for chlorine, alkaline for sodium hydroxide. So this process is called as a chloroalkaline. Chloro is nothing but it is a chlorine. Alkaline is nothing but alkaline means it is a base that will be soluble in the water, so that we are calling as an alkaline. So here the alkaline, that is a sodium hydroxide. So see the reactions. NaCl in a water, that is aqueous form, reacts with a water. It will form an NaOH plus chlorine plus hydrogen gas. So the chlorine gas is given off at the anode and the hydrogen gas at a cathode. So the hydroxide solutions is formed near the cathode. So the three products are formed in this process are all of useful. So you can see the different product in the figure. So this is a figure in the old syllabus. It is given like this figure, and in new syllabus the figure is changed as like this. So you can see we can use two figure. So first that we have seen, that is three products are formed. One is a sodium hydroxide, and second one is a chlorine gas, and third one is a hydrogen gas. So the chlorine gas will be given off an anode, hydrogen gas will be given off at a cathode, where sodium hydroxide is formed near the cathode. So like this is an 3-1. So here the at anode chlorine will be formed, at cathode hydrogen will be formed, and sodium hydroxide. These three are very useful, and it will be useful for a different thing. That is a hydrogen. Hydrogen will be used as a fuel, margin, ammonia for fertilizer. Next, chlorine. That is it will be used for the water treatment. That is water treatment, swimming pool, PVC, that is a polyvinyl chloride, disinfectant, CFCs, and pesticides. NaOH will be used as a degreasing metal. It will be used in the preparation of soap and detergents, paper making, and artificial fertilizer. So hydrogen and chlorine, it will be combined to form a hydrochloric acid. So this hydrochloric acids, it will be used for cleaning and style, preparations of ammonium chloride, medicine, and cosmetic. Here the Cl, that is a chlorine, reacts with a sodium hydroxide. It will form a bleach. So it will be used for the household bleach, bleaching fabric. So this is the important useful how the three byproducts will be used for this. You can see the next figure also. Here you can see that is a two electrodes. One is an anode and second one is a cathode. Anode is nothing but it is a positive charge, and cathode is nothing but it will be having a negative charge. So in this one, this is a brine. So the brine is nothing but that is brine is a sodium chloride. So when this sodium chloride will be passed in a container, that is in a beaker containing a water. So what happens, that NaCl, it will be split up into Na plus and Cl minus, and water will be dissociated to form NaH plus and OH minus. So this is a member. So in this membrane what happens, this will be split. Now here that is what will be deposited at the anode and what will be deposited at the cathode, what you will get. So in an anode, you will get a chlorine gas and a hydrogen gas at a cathode. So anode will be having a chlorine and cathode will be having a hydrogen. So this will be formed. So that is what is the uses of chlorine, that we have seen in that figure also. Water treatment, swimming pool, PVC, disinfectants, CFCs, and pesticides. And useful of hydrogen, it is fuel, ammonia for fertilizers. Now in from this what happens, that is an NaOH, that is a brine containing this one, it will be formed, and this will be used for degreasing the metal, soap and detergent, paper making, and artificial fiber. So both the diagrams are same. Okay, you can use any one of the diagram. Okay, now you have understood all this. Next, so that is on a page number 28. So that is on a blue question. So you have to write this blue questions in your notebook. Thank you. We will meet in the next session.